So hello viewers, today I am going to demonstrate you how I apply a functional slab. Now functional slab can be applied for various indications, so I am not going to dwell into the indications, but the functional position of hand is this position in which the wrist is slightly dorsiflexed, the metacarpophalangeal joints are flexed at 90 degrees and the interphalangeal joints are fully extended. So I will show you how I apply a functional slab. So first step is when you are applying a Volar slab is that you need to cover the fingers. So I'm just going to take few rolls here, and once I'm done here I'll just move further down. So just a even layer of cotton. Try to avoid creases if you can. A 4-inch would be better, but we don't have access to 4-inch, so that's fine, it's okay. So I'm just going to apply this layer of cotton, and once you are done I'm just going to cut it, and then I will show you how to make the Volar slab. So once you are happy, so I'm just going to take a measurement from its distal extent and proximal extent. Once I know the length, I'm just going to make a fold, and once I am done I'll show you how I cut it. So now we have taken roughly 14 layers. So now if you can see I have marked it. I'm just going to cut this area so that it doesn't rub on the thumb, and once we have cut it, then we should be ready to make it wet and ready for applying the plaster. So now we have cut this space for the thumb, so I'm just going to make it wet and I'm going to apply the plaster, and I'll show you how I mold it into its functional position. So now I have applied the plaster and I've put into the water. Now if you see, I have deliberately kept this long, so it goes slightly dorsally. This gives us control. In same way here, I try to take little bit so that it goes on the dorsum, or at least gives me good control. So now I am happy with my position. So I'm just going to apply the bandage. So let's apply the bandage, and it has to be firm. So once you are done, if you look at it, your hand is pretty straight. So this is not the functional position. So now once you have done your first layer, we can put this hand into the functional position. So the functional position is, so if I can show it here too, so one hand dorsiflexion of around 20-30 degrees, and the metacarpophalangeal joint has to be in flexion, and interphalangeal joint need to be extended. So just hold it in this position. So I'm just molding it, dorsiflexion at the wrist, 90-degree flexion at metacarpophalangeal joint, and complete extension of interphalangeal joint. So this is your functional position, and we'll just hold it in this position till it sets. So once you have molded it, and you can see the wrist is slightly dorsiflexed, metacarpophalangeal joint is almost 90 degree. So this is your functional position, and interphalangeal joint should be extended. So once it's set, I have just applied a loose layer of bandage, and if you see, you can see the fingers to see for any neurovascular issues. So the fingertip should be seen, thumb should be free. The key is keep the thumb free. You don't want to be restricting the thumb. So if you see here, this is the functional plaster, and this is how it should be. So extension at the wrist, slight extension, 90-degree flexion at metacarpophalangeal joint, and joints extended. So this looks pretty good. And once you apply it, don't apply it for more than 3 weeks, and in 3 weeks we can call him and we'll take this off and we'll get him going. So this is one way I apply my functional slab, and it has worked beautifully in my hands. So what I usually do is, depending upon the indication, I usually take a 6-inch band and give something on the back as well. You don't necessarily need to go in the back, but if you go in the back, it gives you that extra strength. And I have enumerated the position, so keep that position while the plaster is setting off. I hope this video is useful to you. Please do like the video, please do subscribe, and do share our channel. Thank you.